Della. Alright, write it down. I want to check it out. I really do. Yes, sir.
Okay, two more.
Hi, my two friends from Texas, Reverend Texas.
Oh,
I'm gonna talk to you. And I'm a future Texan.
Tom Ball, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I'm a future Texan myself.
Yes.
Yeah. I actually wanted to ask you if there's a.
And Shreveport.
Oh yeah. I love that.
Fucking steel trap.
Yeah. And places so like all that's all in my book. Is there a specific role a dream role that you'd love to play, like maybe a real person or a famous character that you'd like to play?
Good question.
I mean, like Sean, if you played Indiana Jones, it was supposed to be like a series of Han Solo movies. Would you do the Han Solo movies that they asked you?
Look, like I said, I've made a career of films that nobody sees. So obviously, if somebody wanted me to play Han Solo, I'd love to sit here and go, you know what, I'll read it and let you know. The answer is fucking yes.
Of course.
Yeah, I could have just read the Han without the Solo and give it, yes.
Would
you like to? Yes.
I could
only pay you fine. Without. I'd love to be a fucking ego head, but I know my position in this world, and I'd be so grateful to do something like that. But in answer to your question, it all comes down to the writing and the execution. So just a role, I can come up with a number of different figures, but unless the writing is done correctly, and it's on an each and every one basis. When you read something, it can be the most interesting piece of history that you've ever experienced, but unless it's executed correctly on the page, it may not translate as well. So depending on the writer, absolutely, I read things every day that I'd love to do, to be honest with you. I do. And then I read things I'm like, oh my god, how did this piece of shit get financed?
I know, I think that.
The majority in the latter category. But occasionally you read something like, wow, man, it's amazing. So on a daily basis, I see something I kill to do. Not kill, but fucking maim severely.
I would say that the Star Wars prequels would have been better if you played Anakin.
I'm sorry?
I said the Star Wars prequels would have been better if you played Anakin because you look like a hybrid of Mark Hamill and got the edginess to the dark side,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, it would have been a much better movie.
So before we move on to our
Yeah. Before I forget, is there anyone here from Framingham? I was born in Framingham, local boys. Anybody know? Fucking Framingham.
Yes, sir.
Years ago, when I first saw Boondock, my buddies sat me down and they didn't tell me anything about the movie. They just said, you're gonna love it, just check it out, and that was it. So we all saw it. We all went out and bought the DVD and showed all of our friends over the next several years. What do you guys think about the longevity of this franchise? There's t-shirts, tattoos, action figures. What do you guys think about this?
Hey, it's great, yeah. I didn't think it would happen, that's great.
Gotta give it up to Troy Duffy. Troy Duffy, he's the man, he is the creator, he's got the instincts. Another story about Troy, I don't know, well, probably a lot of you do know this. One of the big hot shots, Money Men, wanted the Willem Dafoe part to be played by Stallone. No! And Troy Duffy had the balls to say no.
Yeah.
And then he picked Sean and Norm, and he had the choice. You would believe the people that tried. Mark Wahlberg tried out for this part. There was a lot of people who tried out for the part, and he said no. These two have the chemistry. They're the ones who are going to do it. He stuck to his guns, and he did it. Troy Duffy.
A lot of people, they always say, I hear this in the music industry all the time. Whenever people say, yeah, we're about to go in the studio and record a hit record. It's like, no, you're not. No, you're not. Hit record is dictated by a lot of variables outside of what you create. Just because you create something amazing doesn't make it a hit record. The people that listen to it make a hit record. It can be the most amazing thing ever put down on wax. But unless the public goes, holy shit, and raises it up, that's what makes it a hit record. And when somebody goes, yeah, we're gonna do, why don't you make more cult hits? Because cult hits have nothing to do with quality. I mean, you'd like it to be good, but it has to do with you guys seeing something so special and unique and going, holy shit, I'm gonna show this out of my 8 friends, there's only 2 that are worthy of seeing this. You guys watch it. Don't show it to the other 6 that we don't really like. And then they tell 2 friends and so on and so on. I mean, you want to execute something that means something to you, but just because you do something good doesn't mean that the public's going to take hold of it. And there's a lot of variables that are outside of our control, you know? I think one of the main reasons is nobody told you guys to like the film. There was no prints and ads going, and now Big Explosions Part 2 starring, you know, it was just there. And somebody found it. And it's like that obscure record that you think you found from the UK that nobody's ever heard. And then some dude in an orange Corvette pulls up next to you on the stoplight playing that song, and you're like, fuck you! Who turns him on to the fucking song? It's like that, you know what I mean? And Boondock just kind of took a life of its own like that. I remember going to Blockbuster. I got a phone call from Rita said, dude, fucking Boondock's a big hit. I'm like, yeah, well, margaritas are out of my mind. Like, but it wasn't kidding. I went there and I saw like 2 copies on the shelf. Then the next week it was a shelf. Then the next week there was like 2 shelves. Then the next week 1 section. Then the next week the whole fucking wall of sections. It was crazy. I remember we just called and he was like, dude, I just saw a guy with our faces on a t-shirt on the Venice boardwalk. It was really crazy, man. And there's no recipe for that. I mean, if there was a recipe, everybody and their grandmother would be doing it instead of making $100 million pieces of fucking steaming shit. But, you know, I mean, in all honesty, here because of readers, it's everything.
Yes.
It's a lot of variables that come together magically when the timing is right and the political atmosphere is right to absorb a story like that. When the politically correct society is very different when you can get away with doing shit like that.
I'm sorry, like you're actually politically correct. like you're actually politically.
It's just, it's an honor to have ever been a part of something like that so many people have wholeheartedly embraced, you know? It's just, it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and it's flattered and honored, but there is no recipe, you know? It's just a really, really good experience to be a part of something like that.
Thank you, guys.